Hello everyone, welcome back to the Gate Engineering online learning classes. I am Dr. Mohan Mansal. In this video, we will discuss about the sum of two or more periodic signals. The sum of two or more periodic signals may or may not be periodic. It is not necessary that sum of two periodic signal will be periodic always. It is not necessary. So how do we compute the periodicity? Some will be periodic only if the ratio of their fundamental periods are rational. That means a fundamental period of signal x1t is t1 and fundamental period of signal x2t is t2. If we are adding the signal x1 and x2, then we need to check the ratio of t1 and t2. That should be rational. That means it should be ratio of the integer numbers. So this is the procedure to check the periodicity. First, we compute the fundamental period of individual signals in the sum signal. After that, we will compute the ratio of their fundamental periods of the signal. Then we can say that if the ratios are rational number, then some signal will be periodic. If signal is periodic, then we need to find out the fundamental period. So we can compute the fundamental period of the periodic signal by taking the LCM of individual fundamental periods. So this is the procedure to check the periodicity and computing the fundamental period of the summed periodic signal. In the discrete time signal, the sum of the periodic signal will always periodic because the ratio of individual period is always rational. See in this example, we will have to check whether this signal is periodic or not. So we have a signal xt equal to sine 15 pi t plus sine 20 pi t. So what we will do? We have one signal sine 15 pi t. We have other signal sine 20 pi t. First we will compute the fundamental period of sine 15 pi t. So sine 15 pi t, we can compute the fundamental period by using 2 pi divided by omega. That we have already seen in the last video. You can refer my previous video that is given in the descriptions. So T1 is computed by 2 pi divided by omega, where in this signal omega is 15 pi. If we compare with sine omega t, so 2 pi by 15 pi, we are getting the 2 by 15 second. In a similar way, we compute the fundamental period of sine 20 pi t, that will be 2 pi divided by 20 pi, and it will be 1 divided by 10 second. Now we'll take the ratio of them, ratio of t1 and t2, that will be 20 divided by 15 or 4 by 3. So this ratio is rational. It is the ratio of integer number. So this signal is periodic. This signal is periodic. Now third step is that we can check the signal is periodic. Now next step is that how to we compute the fundamental period of this signal xt, of the signal xt. So we'll take the LCM of T1 and T2. LCM of T1 and T2 is be LCM of 2 by 15 and 1 by 10. So LCM of fraction number we can take by LCM of the numerator divided by HCF of denominator. So LCM of 2 comma 1 divided by HCF of 15 comma 10. So it is coming 2 by 5, and period in the second is 0.4 second. So this signal is periodic and its period is 0.4 second. Now we'll check the signal sine 20t plus sine 5 pi t is periodic or not. Here we will compute the fundamental period of sine 20t, that will be 2 pi divided by 20, and we are getting pi by 10. And fundamental period of sine 5 pi t will be 2 pi divided by 5 pi, that will be 2 by 5 seconds. This is the first step. In second step, we take the ratio of them. Ratio will be T1 divided by T2, or we are getting pi by 4. This pi by 4 is not a rational number. It is irrational number. As we already know, pi is always irrational. So pi divided by 4 will also be irrational number. So this ratio is not a rational number. Therefore, we can conclude that the signal is a non-periodic signal. The signal xt is a non-periodic signal. So always you remember, when we have a pi term in one function and we have it without pi in other function, then sum will be always non-periodic. Now come to the third problem. Xt is 10 sine pi t minus 4 cos 90 plus 2. We'll have to check is the signal is periodic or not. First you noted it down. Amplitude and phase effect will not occur on the periodicity. I mean, if we do any changes in the amplitude and phase, our periodicity will not change. Periodicity will affect only by the frequency omega. So fundamental frequency of 10 sin 5t will be 2 pi divided by 5 second. Fundamental frequency of 4 cos 90 plus 2 will be 2 pi by 9 second. Okay. Now we will take the ratio of them. We will get 9 divided by 5. So this is the rational number and it is a periodic signal as well. So what will be the time period of the signal? 2 pi divided by 5, 2 pi divided by 9. LCM of the 2 pi by 5, 2 pi by 9. LCM of the numerator divided by SCF of denominator. Here SCF will be 1, LCM will be 2 pi. So 2 pi divided by 1 will be 2 pi seconds. So this is the time period of the given signal. Now come to the fourth problem and the last problem of this tutorial. Here we are taking some periodic signal instead of two periodic signal. Here we are taking the three periodic signal, and this signal xt is the sum of three periodic signal. So fundamental period t1 of signal sin 5 pi t is 0.4 second. By same way we compute 2 pi divided by 5 pi. So 2 divided by 5 will be 0.4. Fundamental period of t2 of signal 10 pi t will be 0.2 second. Here it is cos in the signal. Fundamental period of t3 of the signal 20 pi t will be 0.1 second. Now ratio, we'll compute ratio for all the combination t1 with t2, t1 with t3 and t2 with t3. So ratio of fundamental periods t1 and t2 is 2 divided by 1. Ratio of fundamental periods of t1 and t3 will be 4 divided by 1, 0.4 divided by 0.1. Ratio of fundamental period t2 divided by t3 will be 0.2 divided by 0.1. 1 will be 2 divided by 1. So all these three numbers are the ratio of integer numbers or rational numbers. Now we can conclude that this signal is periodic. We can compute the fundamental period by taking the LCM of T1, T2 and T3. Our T1 is 0.4 second, T2 is 0.2 second, and T3 is 0.1 second. If we compute the LCM of all these three, we will get 0.4 second.
Thank you for watching this video.